The Quantum Manifesto, Beyond the Self. Most of us live as ghosts of our own potential, walking through corridors of memories that we mistake for reality. We wake up, and before we even open our eyes, our brain reaches out into the horizon of the past to find the problems, the hurts, and the limitations that define who we believe we are. In that very moment, your day has ended before it has even begun. You reaffirm your identity based on what you have suffered, what you have lost, and what you fear. But what if I told you that this you that you protect so fiercely is nothing more than a habit? A chemical addiction of the body that has grown accustomed to feeling the weight of the world. The hero's journey is not about crossing oceans or defeating external monsters. The true monster is the neural network you reinforce with every thought of inadequacy. We are invited into a radical experiment. What if you stopped being yourself? For something new to be born, the soil must be cleared. The old self, the one who reacts to the same people in the same way, the one who feels the same spike of anxiety when looking at a phone, must be left on the riverbank. The flow of life demands that you become no one, no body, in no place, at no time. It is in absolute void that creation resides. When you close your eyes and begin to breathe, not to relax, but to disconnect the cables that bind you to your social identity, you enter the quantum field. Their possibilities are not dreams. They are frequencies. The hero is the one who has the courage to give up the security of their familiar suffering to embrace the uncertainty of the unknown. The unknown is the only place where the new can happen. If you know exactly what is going to happen tomorrow, you are living in the past. The fluidity of existence lies in uncertainty. You must teach the body what the future will feel like before it manifests. This is not positive thinking. It is biological reconditioning. It is feeling the gratitude of a cure while the pain is still there. It is feeling the freedom of abundance while your pockets seem empty. Because when you send that electromagnetic signature into the field has no choice but to respond. You are both the scientist and the subject of your own life. Every thought is a command. Every emotion is a signal. If you live in a state of survival, in fight or flight mode, you are draining your vital energy and throwing it against yourself. But by silencing the noise, by diving into the darkness beneath your eyelids and focusing only on consciousness, you begin to heal the wiring of your brain. You begin to weave a new biology. The hero returns from the cave with the elixir. This elixir is not an object. It is a state of being. It is the realization that you were never a victim of the world, but a sleeping master who has finally awakened. From here, every step is a conscious choice. You no longer react, you create. You no longer wait for the world to make you happy. You are the happiness that the world reflects. You must understand that your body is so objective that it does not know the difference between an experience and a thought. When you dwell on your past, you are literally signaling your genes to stay in the past. To change is to be greater than your environment, greater than your body, and greater than time itself. It is the ultimate act of rebellion against a predictable life. When you stand up from your meditation, you must not be the same person who sat down. You must carry that new frequency into the world, walking as if your prayers have already been answered, breathing as if the future is already your history. This is the fluidity of the master. This is the journey beyond the self. The science of habit, breaking the biological chain. To understand the journey, you must understand the enemy. The enemy is not a person, a circumstance, or bad luck. The enemy is a program. Most of us are not living our lives. We are being lived by a series of automated behaviors, emotional reactions, and subconscious beliefs. By the time we reach our mid-30s, 95% of who we are is a memorized set of skills, habituated emotional responses, and conditioned perceptions that function like a computer program. Your body is your subconscious mind. It does not know the difference between an actual experience that creates an emotion and an emotion you create by thought alone. When you wake up and think about your problems, those thoughts produce the same chemicals of stress you felt when the event first happened. You are literally telling your body it is in the same past reality, over and over again. Your body becomes addicted to these chemicals, the cortisol, the adrenaline, the rush of stress. It craves the very familiar pain that you say you want to escape. When you decide to change, when you decide to break the cycle and do something differently, your body goes into a state of withdrawal. This is the liminal space of the hero's journey. The body sends signals to the brain. You're tired. This isn't working. Feels wrong. Let's do it tomorrow. These are the sirens calling you back to the rocky shores of your old life. If you listen to them, you return to the predictable. But if you persist, you begin to prune the old neural connections. True change requires metacognition. You must become the observer of your thoughts rather than the victim of them. You must look at those automated scripts and say, "This is not me. This is just a program." The moment you become aware of an unconscious thought, it can no longer run you. This is where the hero gains the upper hand. By refusing to give in to the chemical craving of the past, you force the brain to fire in new patterns. This is neuroplasticity in action. You are rewiring the circuitry. You are moving from the survival brain, the amygdala, where fear lives, to the creative brain, the frontal lobe. Here, you are no longer reacting to the world. You are envisioning a new one. You are teaching your body to be the mind of the future. You are no longer defined by your memories. You are defined by your vision. The quantum field, tuning into infinite possibilities. Once you have silenced the body and broken the chains of habit, you enter the most sacred space of the journey, the quantum field. This is a realm of pure consciousness, a place where time and space do not exist as we know them. In this void, every version of your life already exists as a frequency, a vibration waiting to be claimed. You do not get what you want in the quantum. You become what you want. Most people try to create from a place of lack, asking the universe for something they don't have. But in the field, the language is not words, it is energy. You must tune your internal radio to the frequency of your future. If you want wealth, you must feel the abundance now. If you want healing, you must feel the wholeness now. When your internal state is greater than your external environment, you become a magnet for miracles. You are no longer chasing your goals. You are causing them to find you. The final transformation, the master of reality. As the journey concludes, you realize that the elixir you sought was never outside of you. The ultimate power is the ability to maintain your new state of being, regardless of what the world looks like. This is the hallmark of the master. When the world shows you chaos, you remain in peace. When the world shows you lack, you remain in gratitude. You have successfully crossed the bridge from the old self to the new. You are the architect of your destiny, the scientist of your soul, and the hero of your own epic. You are no longer a victim of your biology or your past. You are a pioneer of the future. Now walk into your life with your head held high. Do not look back at the person you used to be. That person is gone, dissolved into the field of infinite potential. Today you are the observer. Today you are the creator. Today you are the light. Go forth and manifest.